let's just say this. As a guy, I'm not going to speak for all guys, but let me speak for guys who are maybe 35, 40, 45, 50, and their career gets going. And you love football, right? I'm one of those guys. So I'm not going to try to speak for everybody, but I'm going to speak for that guy. I know going into a weekend, I'm going to have to make compromises. Even as a sportscaster, I can't watch football for 13 hours Saturday and football 13 hours for Sunday. I have a beautiful wife. She's very tolerant, but there are limitations. So I have to make decisions every weekend. What am I going to watch? I'm going to watch the stuff that I'm going to talk about on the air. So Saturday, I already know. I'm going to watch Bama, Georgia at 12:30 Pacific. I got to watch that game. Can't wait. And I want to watch Notre Dame, Clemson at 5 Pacific. I got to watch those. That's a lot of space I'm taking away from my wife. And then on Sunday, I want to see the Giants at the Bills, and I want to see Eagles, Redskins, Raiders, Bears, all at 10 Pacific. So 10-1, I'm on the red zone. That's 3 hours. Wife can't pay attention. I also know in the afternoon I want to see the Packers at San Francisco and the Rams at Arizona. Uh-oh. So I've already made a decision going in. I'm not watching the Cowboys at the Saints on Sunday. And the reason being is because the Cowboys at the end of the year will have Tony Romo and Brandon Whedon, and they'll have Des Bryant, and they don't have him either. So that's not the Cowboy team that's going to play, so what's the point? It's like watching college basketball in November. Why? Why would you watch college basketball in November when the teams that are going to be at the end of the season in March Madness are mostly going to be teams with true freshmen going to the NBA? It's their first 5 games of college. Start watching in February and March. That's when those 18-year-olds have played 35 games. You're wasting your time. There's no reason to watch the Saints-Cowboys Sunday because Drew Brees, if New Orleans is around later, will be playing, and so will Tony Romo and Dez. So you just, to me, that game's off the schedule. I'm going out Sunday with my wife. So last night I get into an interesting situation where my new favorite TV show is Narcos on Netflix. It's freaking great, okay? And I've watched 6 episodes. And my wife says, will you watch a couple of episodes with me because I want to catch up? So I have a decision. Do I watch the Michael Vick Pittsburgh Steelers, knowing that in the end of the year, Michael Vick's not going to be around to play when it really matters, and watch a Baltimore team that, despite last night, is not going anywhere? But I'm a sportscaster, and it's going to be the lead on my show today, so I sort of have to watch it. So it was a little Thursday night football, and it was a little bit of a Narcos last night. So for all you guys, remember I'm speaking to you, that didn't watch the entire game, let me sum it up briefly. Michael Vick is no longer electric, no juice left. Situationally, Pittsburgh remains an average football team. Last 9 games for the Patriots, 4 points or less, they're 8-1. Last 8 games for the Steelers, 4 points or less, they're 3-5. I don't love their play calling. I don't like them situationally, and Michael Vick has no juice left. Mike Tomlin's a gut instinct coach. I'd go with data. That's what Belichick does. It seems to work. I don't think they compete with New England coaching, special teams, situationally. No chance to go into Foxborough and beat this Patriot team. None. And Baltimore's not making the playoffs. So let me sum up this game for you. Here you go. Because I had to sit through this last night and make big decisions, and I couldn't watch all of it, and you guys probably couldn't watch all of it. So in a nutshell, husbands who didn't watch it and want to know what's going on, so if a buddy asks you, you feel sort of updated, here are the highlights. Josh Scobie is a kicker for the Steelers. They actually traded to get him from Jacksonville. He's officially awful and missed several kicks. Michael Vick, again, has no electricity left. Twice on 4th down. Once he scrambled, squat. Another time he missed an open receiver. Basically, for Pittsburgh, they can't hit a field goal and traded for a guy that now stinks, and Michael Vick on 2 huge 4th downs didn't give you bupkis. Let's talk about Baltimore. They're not very good, but Joe Flacco with 23 seconds left hit a big out pattern to send it into field goal range. Justin Tucker came in, kicked it, they went to overtime, and then from 52 yards out, unlike the Steelers, Justin Tucker can actually hit field goals, especially really long field goals, to win games. In review, Steelers lousy situationally, Vick is shot, and they traded for a kicker who stinks, and Baltimore not very good, had a huge Flacco completion late, and they've got a kicker who can make kicks. So for all you dads out there, for all you guys out there, that Saturday you got to watch that game, and Sunday you got to watch those games, and Monday night you got to watch those games. If you didn't watch last night's game, that sums it up.